I'm really hurting right now. My back, my leg, my head, my everything. Trezin, I think this body is breaking down. Where's Trezin?
Something about a weird piece of meat between your flesh body's legs?
I'm sorry, what? Don't you touch that, Trezin. I need that to piss.
He said he's measuring it, just curious about how it works.
Thank God. Though, I don't know if I want him to have my dimensions of my knob. But let's ignore that for now. I'm seriously feeling like hell.
Yeah, I should talk to Trazin about that. I'll try my best not to look at your... well, you know.
I don't care. You have one too. I ain't embarrassed. I just can't show that stuff on YouTube unless I'm an advertiser, apparently.
YouTube didn't allow that stuff back in your day? It'll eventually be bought out by some company. I don't know who, but they'll allow it in the 9th millennium, I think.
That is very concerning and very odd, but I know the future is not written in stone. I'll be dead a few times over, but then anyway. I'll ignore my pain. I need to get into my review, or maybe a discussion. I want to do something different. Let's see. Top 10 worst TTRPGs ever. Let's see. I already did Fatal. Can't wrap my head around Hybrid. And I will not be talking about RHW. No, I won't explain what that name means. How about, The Adventures of Indiana Jones by TSR. My old friend and nemesis. I know Cyborg Commando was made by the same company, but we won't do that this week. Probably not this year, honestly. But given Disney owns Indiana Jones, unfortunately, that means this widely considered horrid TTRPG is their property, technically. That being said, Disney seems to hate everything that Lucasfilms and LucasArts has ever done. So I doubt you can actually still get this game. Lord, looking at the early pages makes me think that the creators of this game thought it was the best shit ever. And I go all the way to the Your Character chapter, and guess what? You don't make your own character. And this means I'm done with this review. This game is shit, there is no character creation, 0%, shove off. Nah, I'm joking, but you actually don't make your character. You choose one of 7 characters that are already made. This PDF is old and pixelated as sin. Let's see if I can read this. Here's a screenshot of it to see if you can read it. Indiana Jones, Sala, Short Round, Wuhan, might have trouble with that name now, Marion Ravenwood, I think, Jock Lindsay, and Willie Scott. Only 2 of these names I recognize. I admit it's been a very long time since I've seen the original movies. I did see the Shia LaBeouf one, and even that actor says it was shit, though he blames himself for that more than the fact that the script was just bad. And I have not seen the Disney one. Looking over these paragraphs, this is odd because it kind of implies that you're just following a script. It says you pick out your character and play the role of said character and play the part of them for the entire adventure. But it also says you need to keep track of things your character has bought, including, why can you buy a car? It's the 1940s, maybe. What was the average income and the average cost in the US? Looking it up, a new car in 1942 was about $950 on average. And how much did the average citizen make in a month? Let's see. Looks like at the low end was $300 a month. And I want to point out that that's a high school student's weekly pay nowadays, which means the cost of living has gone up at a higher rate. But I taught enough economics in my life, to be honest. Okay, so you'll have 6 attributes, which are your ability scores: strength, movement, prowess, backbone, instinct, and appeal. Most of those names tell you absolutely nothing, but this bit does say that this game is a percentile system, which is worrying given that this company has never made a good percentile system game before or after this. Looks like there's a crit system in this game. Rolling 1 through 5 gets a quote lucky break, which gives some sort of bonus shit going on, while a 96 to 00 gets you a bad break, and a negative thing happens. I usually enjoy things like this because it gives me as GM a creative surprise moment. And a good 5 sections later, this game finally tells you what each ability score means. Strength is obvious, movement is how far you can move in a single turn, including running, jumping, and swimming. Prowess is your coordination in a fight, apparently it is that specific. Backbone is the ability to resist narcotics, alcohol, and even torture. Instinct is your perception score, and appeal is your personality. Some of these make sense, some of these don't. So, what else is there to talk about with this? Well, absolutely nothing. After reading it, it goes into a pre-written campaign right after that. You know what page I am in this PDF? 5. I am on page 5 of 63. That number of pages does not include the pre-written character sheets, the index, or the random charts and tables, one being a really weird map that looks like a super dungeon. There is absolutely nothing left to talk about unless I go over these knowledges. What are these? Let's see, page 30. Oh, if you have a knowledge in the subject involving this thing, you don't need to roll for it. Whoa, I guess. Hold on a second. Why are there different informations about this game in the middle of these mini-story things, pre-writtens? Well, I finally found the damage section, and there is no damage. Anytime you are hit, you roll it. You take a light, medium, or serious injury or wound, depending on if you are in a fist fight or a shootout. And they just cause negatives to certain rolls. I can't really find the fun in this game. It looks boring, it looks like there's no thought in it, and it feels like I'd be playing a side-scrolling beat-em-up with the only mechanic being a punch and move. No jump, no kick, no alternative attacks, just punch. There's definitely more to this game, but looking for any information about anything in this book is an effort. I just can't really find much good to say about this game. I'll give it a 53% because it was written and printed and has the lucky and bad breaks thing. That's about it. Now, I really need a nap. I know this video is short. Just shove off.